brings up 2nd and 9.
On the bootleg, it's Love. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision maker. So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's 4th down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make them.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Seattle.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Seahawks. 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
Even in the air, here's Daniels. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he will be out of bounds, but you saw that penalty flag come in. Looked like the defender got a head start. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Daniel. He keeps it himself, and he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
At the Bengals' 13-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Xavier Leggett. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt followed by the turnover on downs last time they had it. So trying to turn things around here on drive number 3.
Into the zone, and it ends up costing the team the ball.
The Seahawks offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Hayden Ellis in on that stop. From the 33, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 33-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. On left side, the catch is made. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Now Daniels. He'll step up and he will get into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Seattle. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Leggett on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They're an early hole, 14-0. Start digging out soon. Again, this drive, 1st and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Love. Here's a screen set up for Benson.
Love's pass.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is caught. He got Godwin. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's another Bengals 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
31-yard line.
Back to throw is Love. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A give. Here's Benson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Robinson on the tackle.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Tarheeb Still.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. Start on the ground, and that one set down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. We are through one. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40 as we are ready to get back underway. They'll stay on the ground. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Brought in by Chris Olave. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
First time they've looked his way tonight.
For a Seahawks.
Good time to do it. It's a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. They'll throw with Daniels. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Seahawks first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Daniels. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense about ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. Whoa! And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Bengals first down.
On play action, Love will work this out wide to Benson. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
At the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Second down throw for Love. On target, got it to McCoy. Third down, 3 to go.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Love. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Daniel. This one, batted away. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Caden Ellis.
Throwing now. Daniel. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's
Third and short, and it's Daniel. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. Ooh. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Bengals offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. From the gun, it's Love. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
30-yard line.
Now Love. Down. That's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 12 yards.
Love to throw it on 1st down. This one on target to Godwin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Benson. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Love. That's taken it. It's Xavier Leggett. And he'll take this one in. Xavier Leggett. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals get back in it. It is 21-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Seahawks offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
The 29-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chain. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He is taken before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He's found his receiver, Boutte. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. This one's broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on first and 10. Now Daniel. Quick throw taken in. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain.
Here's a second and 9.
The 12-yard line.
He'll get this out wide. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
And the Seahawks first down.
Here's a run. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, like what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here now, second down and goal. They'll go with him again. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. That his second touchdown tonight. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. We get on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Out of of the shotgun. It's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
And the Bengals 1st down.
Back to throw is Love.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Over the middle. He's got McLaurin. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. The clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He got Godwin. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Passes kick is good. And the Bengals are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Open man, and that's Tillman. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
1st down.
They'll come up here 1st and 10.
42-yard line.
Throwing is Daniels. He'll go right and fire. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bengals have got it. And he is going to bring this one to the net. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And, Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee. or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose? And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Seahawks, first down. It's a gain of 3. First down, Seattle.
They'll stick with him again. And that's good. Run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2.
A gain of 2.
From 29. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
All right, so it's only one drive here in the second half, and they trail pretty big here to start the 3rd. But it seems this defense came out with a little different energy than we saw in the first half. Whatever was said in the locker room seemed to have worked. Now it's the offense's chance to see if they can cut into this deficit.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This one from 52 yards away. Elliott's kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
We get on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down. He gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Bengals offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Love. They work this out wide to Benson. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
At the 41-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Love. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Now give on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing now, Daniel. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
16 yards.
Here's 1st and 10.
Good for the Seahawks. 1st down.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He'll step up and run. Now Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set down.
At the 13-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 11-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Hand belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their third-quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 88 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, it is one of the most exciting plays in football. Rare that we see it. But when it all comes together and works out in a return for a touchdown, it is truly something special.
And it is, Mike. It is because we don't see it very often in a world of the ever-increasing touchback. We don't see a lot of returns in this league. So when you get one, let alone one as exciting as that, man, it is fun to watch.
Now Love to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tarheeb Still. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
Well, Seahawks offense, and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 27-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Daniel. Well, another catch for his favorite target. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. To throw is Daniel. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Aiden Ellis.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing at this point in the game.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
At the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, Love. Here's a screen set up for Benson.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. He'll get about 2. Hayden Ellis in on that stop. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down 8.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
On the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Pass is caught by Olave. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. To the left side, and is caught by Horton. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. McCarthy going to look to throw again. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
The Bengals offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
He'll drop the throw. Gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. And they appear to be ticketed for a 3-0 preseason finish. Sometimes that's meaningful, sometimes not, but we'll see what they can do here. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds, a very short gain.
27-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 7.
On play action, here's McCarthy. In trouble, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down. Before he can get a return going. The Bengals offense ready to take over once more. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the move left. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
A 6-yard pickup.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets out on the ground.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The former first-rounder, Felix, and Yadike Uzama in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that, not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down.
And he's not the type of quarterback that wants to play off script. He wants to operate within the rhythm and the timing of the offense. But with them flooding the back end, he ultimately has no choice but just take what he can on the ground. And now they find themselves staring at 4th down.
The Seahawks offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That's caught. Down the field is Tillman. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
That's good for the Seahawks. 1st down.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Hand off. It's 2. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
It's a gain of 6. And the Seahawks, first down.
They'll run. It's Tootin. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They'll go up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
It's a pickup of 3.
Another run here with Tootin. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 12. First down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. And instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Tootin. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think
and he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
It feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Seahawks will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. He'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Back to throw. Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Well, Seahawks offense ready to take over possession of the football. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 27-yard line.
Right back to Tootin. And some good blocking. Springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
They'll look to pick it up with Tootin. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
Seahawks. First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A run on first and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Here's Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Isaiah Pacheco. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense getting set to get back to work.
24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
At the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Motion man is Bell. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He's going to air this one out. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
This drive begins with a run by Chico. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. Finish off the preseason unbeaten, and they are ready for the regular season, which will kick off in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from Cincinnati.